In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night.
Hello, guten Abend, good evening. It is the second round of the 2025 Betvictor World Cup of Darts, brought to you live by us on Double Trouble Darts. Myself and Liam Martin here, bringing you all the coverage. Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us. Round 2 gets underway tonight as the 4 seeded teams come into play. Northern Ireland obviously played earlier on today, 1-8-2, I think it was in the end. So I need to be their opponents. And yeah, that's the old joke, isn't it? At A182. But tonight we do see the other three seedings, England, Wales, and Scotland, the top three seedings, all coming into play this evening. And what should be an entertaining night of darting drama. A reminder that all the games tonight are first to 8, not first to 4, like the group stage. Last night we saw 7. Odds-wise, we saw 7 surprises, actually. We saw 7 shocks. And out of the 12 games we played, I don't think many people were expecting a lot of shocks, to be fair. But we had some amazing surprises along the way, which I think a lot of people weren't expecting. The Philippines qualifying, Malaysia qualifying, Hong Kong advanced today to their first ever quarter-final, along with Czech Republic and also Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland have both gone through to the quarter-final. They play against each other in the second bracket. Whereas England tonight, Luke Littler and Luke Humphries feature for the first time in the World Cup. And both of them will be looking to go into the quarterfinals to play the winner of Australia versus Argentina. So these are the games coming up in order. Wales versus Philippines in match number 1. Scotland, Netherlands in match number 2. England against the host Germany in match number 3. And Argentina against Australia in match number 4. Why are they all wearing white and black? Why are they all wearing white and black? What the hell's all them bloody... What the hell's those tops? Right. Hello, Nicola. Hi, Devil and Dean Martin. She's taking a piss, by the way. Dean Martin is a singer from back in the day, by the way. But, yeah. Excuse me, by the way. Slightly knackered. Me and Liam have just been playing quite an entertaining game of darts. He beat me 6-4 in the end, which is no surprise. But both averaged in and around 70, which was decent. I normally average 50 to 60. But yeah, if I know I'm coming up against a really good player, then I obviously I do sometimes. I sometimes really go for it. So looking forward to tonight's games of darts. Should be entertaining. Should be some good battles in there as well. Congratulations to Hong Kong and Czech Republic for making history, becoming the first teams. To both pairs actually, because they're the first pairing to actually get to the quarterfinals for their country. Czech have never got to the quarterfinals. Neither have Hong Kong, and Hong Kong are causing a few problems today. They were averaging 90s, I think, today. Let's have a quick look. Obviously, there's no games until another 5-10 minutes. So we'll have a quick look at some of the stats from the games early on in this afternoon's session. If I can get it up for you. So if we have a look at the first game tonight, first game from earlier on, and that was, of course, the Malaysians taking on the Czech Republic, or Czech Republic averaging around 89.69. Excellent. They were averaging 89.69 for 180. So Karl Sergejček and Peter Krivka, who I can't lie, gets on me tits. So I hope we don't have to play him. 8 out of 22 on the finish, and a 110 checkout was the highest in that game, of course. 3 out of 6 in the end. So when they actually had the chances, they weren't too bad with them, but they didn't get a lot of opportunities. The other game, of course, Hong Kong against Sweden, well, they absolutely annihilated them. Look at that. I mean, some excellent finishing, some excellent high finishing. Only 4 darts missed all game by Hong Kong. That is excellent. And they also took out a 150. They also took out a 135, as well as a 104, I think it was as well. 150 in the end for Jeffrey de Graaf. He took that out earlier on. And the average, and look at that, 94.16. It's the highest average in the tournament so far, set by the Chinese. Well, Hong Kong, the Cantonese, whatever you call it. Just from Hong Kong. I don't know if there's a specific name for Hong Kong people. I don't know what they're actually called. They're just called Chinese, or they're known as Hong Kongers.
Maybe that's a bit of a rugby background, but there's no I in team.
They're known as Hong Kongers. Oh, I thought they were basically just another version of Chinese. I mean, you got Chinese Taipei, which is also.
They're that. There you go, in the private chat.
We've got each other's backs. We've shown I think it's
I know what you probably.
we're really good friends. You need that as a team. You've seen.
I don't know if I spelled it right. Probably not.
Players don't click. They don't get on well off the stage.
With Chinese Taipei is actually Taiwan. So they're just known as Taiwanese.
I've probably not spelled it right.
Every time we come out here, the temperature's really high, and that's what I struggle with,
Okay.
So, looking forward to a night of darts. Let's have a look at the other two games. Well, Stefan Belmont and Feldman's tournament came to an end. 85.91 average for Keane Barry and William O'Connor, with a checkout percentage of 50%. They won 8-3. And the A2 win for the Northern Irish. 88 average with 8 out of 21 on the finish in the 120 checkout. First game is going to get underway very soon. It is going to be Wales versus the Philippines. It's Johnny Clayton and Gervin Price back again, the two-time champions, going head-to-head with a team making World Cup round of 16 debut, because they've never got to this stage before. It's Paula Nabrida and Lawrence Ilagan. Now, on paper, and I know it sounds... people will think we're daft here, but on paper, you would see definitely... you would certainly see the Welsh winning this with the likes of Johnny Clayton and Gervin Price. But with the way Philippines have actually played in this tournament, they've caused a few surprises along the way. So what's to say that they're not going to cause problems for Wales tonight? Just as I ask him, Matty mutes himself. Well done.
No, I was muted before you said that. You were saying?
I said realistically, you'd think Wales will win this game, but with the way Philippines have played in this tournament, you can't put anything past them.
No, you can't. I think 8-3 win for Wales, I reckon.
I'm gonna make it very interesting, actually, and I'm gonna go for 8-5. Because Paula Nabrida and Lawrence Ilagan are actually they're a decent pairing. Anyone who doesn't watch darts and only watches darts when Luke Littler plays won't know how good some of these players are. But Lawrence Ilagan and Paula Nabrida are probably two of the best players in Asia, along with the likes of Lochlin Lee, Lochlin Lee, and obviously Man Lochlin. And then you've also got Song as well, who's also good. There's some good players coming through the Asian qualifiers at the moment. I think they're going to they'll cause a few problems for the Wales, but I think realistically the Sheep should win the match. A reminder: all the matches are now first to 8 for the round of 16s, quarterfinals, and semi-finals. So all first to 8 for the rest of the tournament up until the final, which is first to 10, best of 19 legs. First game's going to get underway shortly with the Philippines having the 4. So, who is going to be advanced? Which teams are going to be advancing tonight to the quarter-finals? Of course, as we all say, the very best of luck to all the teams playing tonight, unless you're Wales and Scotland. But good luck to all the teams playing tonight. Like I say, it should be a good night of darts. Let's get the show on the board. First game's going to get underway very shortly. Now, I don't know if you want to level up, but I don't know where you are actually on the game.
So kicking things off then, Wales get their bid for World Cup number 3 up and running.
Wales.
Johnny Clayton and Gerwin Price teaming up to devastating effect once more.
Oh, right. Well, I went backwards a little bit and then actually managed to level up with you pretty much without even hearing anything. I don't know how. There you go. You might want to mute that for the music. Yeah. Now, John McDonald will be the MC for tonight. Philip's obviously the afternoon one.
Oh, was he in the afternoon? Was he Philip? I didn't watch the afternoon.
Philip's been doing all the afternoons.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Hello and a very warm welcome
He had to speak in English, surely.
Yeah, he does.
He can't speak in German. He's not allowed to.
No, it's the when it's a normal PDC tournament. Then when it's a normal PDC tournament, then he doesn't have a choice. But when it's the PDC Europe, because obviously PDC Europe are German anyway, they're a German PDC. So you got PDC Europe, which is based in Germany, and you got the main PDC based in the United Kingdom. So PDC Europe, obviously a German. So when he's in Germany, he has to speak German because it's PDC Europe. When he's outside of Germany, if it's a country that doesn't speak German, then he won't speak German. But he will speak German in like Switzerland and Austria as well as Germany, because obviously they speak German now. Obviously, likes of Belgium and Holland and other countries. No. Right, here we go. A nice, another good weekend of darts. It's Charlie for the first game of the night. So the first game about to get underway. And it's the Philippines going on the stage at the moment. Paolo Nabrida and Lawrence Lagan. And now time to welcome the number 2 seed and the 2-time champions. It's Johnny Clayton and Gervin Price for Team Wales. Boo! Few Welsh fans in the crowd. There always is a lot of Welsh fans, though. Right. Let's get all the banners ready for these games. And the games that are at the bottom, that's the order of the games tonight. Looking forward to another great night of darts. And we will have a break. There will be a short pause, by the way, after 7 legs. The players go off for a little break. The players always go off for a little break before they continue leg 8 onwards. So that will be happening. So I wonder what the score's going to be after 7 legs. Interesting to see what happens. And again, of course, everyone will be probably watching, keeping their eyes on Luke Little and Luke Humphries tonight. Title odds for Philippines 150 to 1. Wales are title odds of 7 to 2. I wonder what Hong Kong's odds were for the tournament. Well said. So, here we go then. The Philippines will have the darts to start off proceedings tonight. Good luck to both of these teams. And let the games begin. Can't wait for this. Philippines beat Belgium in the group stage with a first 9 average of only 77.76. Yeah, they were 3-0 down and then turned it around. It was quite outstanding. The outstanding comeback from them. So very well done to them for making it this far. Can they knock out the number 2 seed and the 2-time world champions Wales? Let's hope so then. See what happens. Because it's not allowed to. He shouldn't be shown it, actually, because it's illegal. How the hell he gets away with it, I never know. But guarantee if we show it, we'll get copyrighted. I don't know how he gets away with it. Unless he has a license, unless he's got a specific license and permission to show it, then you're not allowed to. So he shouldn't really be showing it because it's actually against the law. He's breaking the law by doing that. Off and running 95. It's fair. A lot of people prefer our commentary to anything else. I think most people prefer our commentary than listening to fucking Wayne Mardle and his annoying voice. God, he does me head in. I mean, you'll no doubt hear bloody Liam's telly anyway, because Liam's TV is louder than anything else. No, he's. I don't know how he's not had his channel taken down yet. To to be fair.
What, because my TV's next to...
No, Platinum Darts, because he keeps showing all the bloody Sky Sports coverage. Well, unless he has permission from Sky Sports to do it, he's doing it illegally. Plus, also, Sky Sports and the PDC are losing money by people illegally streaming it. So, shouldn't be doing it. People using illegal streams. That's how you get. That's how you get done for it. Good stuff from good stuff from Wales. 168 left. Philippines on 307. Must be warm up there because Johnny Clayton's already having a drink, and he's only thrown about 6 darts in this match so far. The Philippines are going to cause problems tonight, and I do think they will. You know, that's why I said it's not going to be all plain sailing for Wales tonight. Anyone who expected to be a really straightforward win, they should win, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be anything like, I don't think it'll be anything like 8-4, 8-3. I think it'll be probably 8-5, 8-6. Maybe last leg just tied if the Philippines can manage it. Because it's quite a daunting task taking on a team that's as good as Johnny Clayton and Gervin Price. Don't forget the winner plays Hong Kong in the quarterfinals. Philippines not left to finish. Wales looking at 83 here. Bullseye for Johnny Clayton. No. I'm glad I've got my TV on mute because I don't want to bloody listen to Wayne Marble.
The Philippines, as good as they are, cannot finish 1-7-1.
Switch to 17, surely.
25 left.
Yeah. Right decision. 97 in the end, though. Unlucky. Just below the treble. 1 for double 12 then for Price. Love's gone this route. Double 6 then. Yeah, 1-0 Wales, and that's a break of 4. And no real celebration from either of them. Good. I like it when they don't. I like it when teams don't. I like it when teams aren't like the Czech Republic who celebrate like they've won the bloody tournament after winning 1 leg. Or maybe Krivka. Sedacek's not like that, but Krivka's Krivka's a real pain in the bollocks. Honestly. I'm kind of hoping that Czech Republic lose the quarterfinals because I wouldn't be able to cope with some idiot like that. It's like a bad Czech Republic version of bloody Gerwin Price with the way he bloody wars all the time. Very annoying. Get his passion up, like.
Yeah.
But doing it after 1 leg. After every single leg, I don't think so. At the end of if you've won the game, yeah, fair enough. If you've won the game or you give it a comprehensive lead, a massive lead, then you know.
Let's be honest.
Not
as good as Johnny and Gezzy.
Not when you've won the first leg of the match. You've got 1-0.
2-1, 3-1. They'll start panicking.
Well, I mean, that is.
Don't forget there'll be a break. The players will be going to take a little break after leg number 7. It is our first to 8 legs, remember. 2:20 left for Philippines in. Wales, Gervin Price. 140. 118 left. Johnny Clayton will be looking at the 118 in for Wales. Philippines not on the finish, but they could leave one. If they can stay in the 20s, son, then they'll be on the money. They're perfect darts. Another one of those trebles that'll leave 40. Yeah, 180. 180 to leave tops by how long left to read it? 118 needed off for Wales.
And now it's tops.
Oh, he gets the treble 20 tops. Unlucky.
For those watching at home,
Good effort from Johnny Clayton.
do not go the way that Johnny
And
played.
Philippines with that 180 to leave tops. Owen Salagan.
Good luck getting that.
Oh, he's going
I was
to
saying gets it, he doesn't. That's a bit of a blocker.
This has to be accurate.
Oh, what a
What a
dart.
dart! Oh, what a dart! What a magnificent dart!
The other way, pal, because you're walking the way of the cameras. Come on.
We both thought the same thing. We both thought, yeah, there's no way he's getting this. Moves to the right and pings it perfectly on that last dart. Excellent dart. That's a great dart. Big dart as well. It's a break back. See those two darts. Soon as that second dart
He creates.
went outside the board, they just both they were both pretty much blocking the double. We both thought, good luck getting this. He just scored 26. Oh dear. Hello. Hello.
He is the number one on the Asia Tour, and there's some serious.
Hello.
Really?
100 for Wills. Yeah, no, because Harry said hello.
Oh.
Ha. I wanna know. I like some of the. I tell you the shirts that the teams are wearing. I do like them. I like the shirts
He's so good.
because they all represent a lot of them represent the country's flag pretty perfectly.
And let me tell you, technically, when you look at his.
Oh, bounce out.
He's done that in 3 legs. And
Maybe unlucky.
he's just trying to hit a 60.
No, only a 76 average at the minute for the Philippines. Despite only averaging 76, they have hit a maximum. The only team to hit one so far. And they have won themselves a leg. As well as a break of floor. Hello. 140 for Wales leaves a 1-2-1. The Philippines. No. Even if they got a 180, wouldn't leave a finish. So,
Been a good land.
can't really apply much pressure on this. 1-2-1 for German Price. Switch to 17. Okay, he tried to go treble 19. Okay. 64 leaves 57. Interesting there. I wouldn't have gone that way. I'd have gone 17. 9.
The 8 is so far from the Welsh.
What was he aiming? Why was he going? What was he going for?
We used to see him animated, not very much yet. Conserving energy.
77 would only leave.
In these roasting conditions.
2 on this. See, I don't know why Gerwin Price did not go for the 17s and he decided to go for the 19s. If he'd have gone 17s and hit treble 17, he'd have had a darted ball, or he could have just hit 18 to leave double 16. He decided to go for treble 19 on 1-2-1.
The one where it's really.
I don't think so.
But as you can see, he has trimmed down. Yes.
But anyways, Johnny Clayton takes out the 57 anyway, the last start at tops. Philippines and Wales both starting off with a ton each in this leg. Wales with the 4 now. And so far, it's been break of 4, break of 4, break of 4. Neither team's been able to hold yet. So who's going to be the first team to hold 4 in this match?
In the evening.
3 legs in.
Well, the odds suggest they'll
And
be.
neither team's held their 4 so far.
That's the play.
The darts, 100.
Just over 3,500 here tonight to the Irish Sports Halloween.
3,500, not a bad crowd. Sound a bit louder than that. 180. First one for Wales, and it's Johnny Clayton. Leave them 1-2-1. Philippines need 140 at least. 140. Yes. 140. Excellent. Good dart in this leg. Spain's under 21s are losing to Romania. Lol. What a dart. Double 14. Oh. Almost a 1-2-1 check out from Gerwin Price. Now the Philippines looking at the 1-6-1.
Hello.
But we saw Hong Kong take out 1-3-5 earlier on bullseye. So can the Philippines hit the 1-6-1? No. Dragged it. switch.
Messi.
He was going for 60. I think it was
Pressure off Johnny Clayton
picture was
here.
going for 65. Made a balls up of that. Double 14 for Johnny Clayton. Miles off. And no score!
Not quite the right line anyway. And we see yet another break of runs.
I love the fact that he wasn't stopping. He's not making a meal of this, is he?
Oh.
Did you hear the click of the wire? He kept the rhythm up there.
Gavin Price won't miss double 14 this time. There's the first war of the night. First war of the night from Gavin Price. That's the first hold of 4.
We have waited the best part
From
of
what it could have been 2-2, it's now 3-1. It's now 3-1.
Even if he's gone up there
And that's a
first.
hold of 4. So instead of a break, it's a hold. 92 average for Wales, 82 average for Philippines. Not falling too badly, to be fair, Philippines. Bit unlucky with they were a bit unlucky with that tops there, but at the end of the day, when you're against the number 2 seed and a team that's as good as Wales, you've got to make sure that you're taking your chances, because Wales certainly with this pairing, they won't give you that many chances.
We have never.
They won't give you many chances, to be fair. Ice Herbert, yes, Ice T.
But the Philippines need to beat Wales.
Great darts. Paulo Nebrida, 140.
so sound.
Spain losing to Romania. Forgot that was actually on tonight. Let's have a look at the other. What is happening in the under-21s?
It was a good save in the end. Really important leg, I feel.
Spain 0, Romania 1. Let's hope they can Romania in the lead.
One.
Joseph missed a penalty as well. He's the guy from Leeds, isn't he? What a shame.
There.
What does that mean to the group then? Romania?
It's all around the targets are going for.
Oh, wow. So that means Spain have played 2 games in the group stage, and at the moment, a third in the league. A third in the group. They've got Italy next.
What, Spain under 21s?
Yeah.
Had a few bad
Losing to Romania at the minute. And the thing for Spain is they've got Italy next. Romania have Slovakia, who haven't won any of their games yet. Slovakia have Italy and Romania have Italy. Romania have Slovakia. So I think Spain might be heading out.
30 or 40 seconds, I think, may decide this game.
Quite hilarious. France, Georgia, Portugal, Poland, Slovakia, Italy tonight.
Gavin Price.
36 left for Wales. The Philippines looking at the 1-0-4. Okay. Just underneath that. Oh, he's put it to the bloody side. 18 should go for Wales. This will be another break.
One.
Surely, good marker.
That was a good dart because the first dart, the way Johnny's going, wasn't really a marker.
Really? I thought it was. I thought it was a marker.
With the darts, leading 4-1.
Oh, no, it is right. It looked like a mark on the actual camera, but then obviously,
Playing better.
when you look at that angle, it is slightly blocking the double 18 actually. So, no, he's right. To be fair, Philippines have thrown some. They've thrown some decent darts. The darts scoring is actually decent.
Stopping moving.
When they get down to the finishing, they just make a right old mess of it.
It's difficult when you're playing in a.
That's what I always say. Your scoring could be good, but your finishing could be bad. If your finishing's bad, you ain't going to get very far. Because in darts, it's all about the finishing, not necessarily scoring.
Excellent crowd. Brilliant atmosphere this evening.
Yeah, I know about that. 5 o'clock actually, it's tomorrow. 5 o'clock kick-off tomorrow, that. I'll be keeping an eye on it, but, well, I'll probably watch the first half and then come on, and then obviously come on 6 o'clock for that. But, I won't be watching the second half. 177!
Good stuff, Johnny Clayton's going at the minute.
140 left by Johnny Clayton with that 177.
And floor titles, both of them.
Philippines could do for 140. That's a great dart. Another one would be great.
100.
Hey.
Belgium down in the Philippines.
144
And he was
Wales.
the
There's the first treble. There's the second, double 10 for Price. Oh.
Double 10 missed by the Iceman for a 140 check.
I know we don't. I know we don't really want Wales to win, but
what's going to happen?
It's nice to actually.
They really are.
It makes a change actually seeing Johnny Clayton and Gavin Price playing well because they haven't been great. Well, Price hasn't been that great lately. If you're watching as a neutral, double 10 for Wales, 5-1. They are.
We know that
I thought it was going to be a close game.
entertainment is fun.
I mean, scoring wise,
no drama about it, is there?
97, 87 on the averages. I mean, Wales do deserve to be winning, but I think 5-1's slightly harsh. 5-1's a little bit harsh. But like I say, when you have chances to double, you've got to take them because Wales will have plenty of high scores.
He's just not quite at it. They're not getting
you save the Philippines to get battered here, but
and Wales
can't say Wales don't really deserve to be winning.
Disrespect is meant to.
They have played well.
Might be
although the Philippines haven't scored that badly. Some of their scoring's been decent, quite a few ton pluses. But they've been 11 ton pluses actually thrown by them. 3-1-40. So the scoring's not been bad. It's just when they get down to the finishing, they just can't seem to hit. They can't seem to hit the all-important treble, or they just completely balls it up.
This is better.
180. Was that the one to Lagan? It was.
Yeah.
Much needed hold of throw.
That's what they need. They need to hold their throw. It's a very important leg for them. They have to get this leg because otherwise they're going in at the break, 6-1 down, and Wales having the 4. If they can go in at 5-2, it'd be a lot better. Treble 17. Although it's fair, he didn't really need to go for it. He didn't necessarily have to go for it, really, because Wales aren't on the finish. So
Lawrence is opening.
I will say if Gavin Price hits a 140 here, it might cause a few issues here. 140. Yeah. 6 for Philippines.
So close. Can he slide it?
Needs to go.
He can, but not
needed to go. That needed to go. Could be 6-1 at the break. Must get that treble. Doesn't. Wow, they were poor darts. You get to the last dart. Leave double 10, but Philippines have got 3 darts in hand.
Double 3 to sink the
You
Belgians.
need to hit double 6.
Going to need it again. Or you're going to go
Could be
straight.
mine, yeah.
That
Game shot in the 7th leg. The Philippines.
would feel miles better than 6-1. It's Team Wales who lead this last 16 match.
I did say they'll get I did say that Philippines will get a few legs on the board. I mean, let's not forget, by the way, that we know how good Belgium are. They were 3-0 down against Belgium. Belgium missed a few match starts. Philippines won 4 legs on the bounce and won it. So I think they can definitely get I think they'll definitely get at least another 2 or 3 legs, but I think Wales should win this game realistically. So break time, ladies and gentlemen. And let's you muted your TV, good. And let's have a quick look at the stats so far. So the stats at the moment, 87 average for Philippines. It's not bad, really, when you consider 280s. They've hit plenty of tons, but when they get down to the finishing, they're a little bit. Yeah, they're not exactly great on the finishing. The high checkouts just not been getting the trebles, and then obviously Wales on their finishing, they can pull 140s out of their arse. Look at that. 97.56. I mean, Wales deserve to be winning, don't get me wrong. I think 5-2. I think Philippines could have had probably about 3 legs, really. But, that leg where They lost their 4, actually. That leg would have lost their 4. Going Price made it 3-1. It could have been 2-2. So could have been a different game altogether, really. But I think when you look at those starts, the better team is winning, and you can't deny it. Right. Don't forget, of course, that once they finished on this advert break, we'll have legs 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and if we need to, 15, of course. But
I really doubt that.
Wales obviously are 3 legs away. I think realistically the match will probably end. I think now the match will probably end about 8-4. I think Philippines can get it.
Yeah.
I think Philippines can definitely get 2 or 3 more legs. They can get at least 4 or 5 legs, I think, in total. So I see it going to at least 12, 13 legs, but I don't see it. I mean, if Wales win 8-2, then bloody hell, fair play. But don't forget, the winner of this will be playing Hong Kong in the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, we aren't live for the afternoon sessions, and obviously, I know probably be a few people out and about who probably won't be watching the darts because it's obviously Father's Day tomorrow. So happy Father's Day to everyone. Obviously, if you don't have a father, then obviously, well, that makes it a bit difficult. Father's Day is not always a good day for a lot of people because a lot of people have lost their dads now. I wonder how many mums going to cope tomorrow because she's not long ago lost hers. So that was me. That was my mum's dad, by the way.
Welcome back to the ice ball.
Liam.
Yeah, I know.
My granddad there. That was my mum's dad. So gonna be going to be a tough one for some people. Be good for me dad. Obviously, my dad and his dad. It'll be a tough old day for me mum. And actually, my mum is actually going to put some flowers on my granddad's grave tomorrow.
Championship winner who has not his stride. That's
I assume maybe just to say Happy Father's Day, etc.
Time for them to pull off an unlikely comeback. It was unlikely when they beat the Belgians out of the tournament.
He was only 81.
It was unlikely last night, I suppose, yeah. No, I'm thinking,
I mean, he literally, he died 4 days after he turned 81. Well, we're back underway anyway.
That winning leg, their second leg before the break, just felt like a But let's get this right now. The way they're playing, this is championship
on Wednesday.
winning period from Wales.
And we know. Look, the last time, these two playing as a pair, obviously didn't play last year. The year before they were a pair, they'd won it. The year before that, they were beaten in the final, only by Australia.
Yeah.
So you've got to go back to 2022, the last time these two lost a game together.
And the 2 years before that, they won it again.
And I don't know if I will be. Well, I'll be doing GeoGuessr at some point this week, but I don't know.
Very good. What a situation to be in.
And it's like they said in their little interview earlier on, in pairs format, you know something, you're not going to both think your best all the time, so the other guy has got to do a bit of the heavy lifting. And they've done that so well.
Ooh. Go on.
Going to park.
Ah.
Oh, Teesside.
In the world of tiny in those shots.
Yeah. And his darts from double 8 down, the way that they sit, they angle
Johnny Clayton that took that out, wasn't it?
That's a perfect marker
Yeah.
if he's anywhere near the wire on the outside.
6-1, 6-2, sorry, to Wales now. Sorry, I was sending a message, so I didn't actually see that.
100%.
Yep, it must have been because Gavin Price was shouting, "Go on!" Me and Mia were heading off to Richmond on Saturday. Nice little journey down to Yorkshire.
I think we're in that realm.
2-1 Spain, red card Romania. Ah, I knew they were never going to be Romanian in the lead. Romanian in the lead. Never mind. Didn't like that joke.
Starts on the 20s. Lawrence.
Didn't like that. Liam.
05's an awkward one, Dan, I believe.
Nope.
It is. But there are more and more players now.
He's disappeared.
Forget about the maths of it. I'm just going to chuck.
Been busy in scope. Yeah.
And he's still alive at that start.
10 trebleless visits for Philippines, only 3 trebleless visits for Wales.
My way of thinking completely, and it's more or less that.
See, the scoring's been decent, but yeah, like, when you're against a team like this, you can't have that many trebleless visits. 3 trebleless visits for Wales all game, 10 for Philippines. That's the difference. And again, first that was poor, second that better.
The treble 20s.
I said, did you like that joke, Liam?
More than the Philippines.
No, I didn't hear it.
Harry said 2-1 Spain and red card for Romania. I said they were never going to remain in the lead.
Right.
No need, Lawrence.
You're home alone if everyone's out. I think so, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I've got my fan next to me. Trying to keep me cool, so I'm alright. Do you know that's why dart arenas are always cold? Because there's so many fans.
Than Paolo would have liked. Feels like a must go.
So many fans.
42.
Liam's just trying to take no notice. How dare you take no notice? That's against the Double Johnson law book, isn't it? Ooh, double 10. They won away. Wales are one away. They turned up after the break, and Philippines haven't. Can be game over now.
To me, this feels like the Welsh can do this standing on their heads, because I don't think either have played brilliant. I just think they've both played really well.
This is great. I've just seen this on Facebook. A group of Leeds United fans did a 121-mile sponsored walk from Newcastle all the way back to Elland Road to raise money for Andy's Man Club, which is a charity. And they've raised over £43,000 for charity by doing that sponsored walk. That is excellent. As much as I hate Leeds, I've got to admit that is absolutely excellent.
Good level from the Welsh.
Germany's under 19s are 1-0 down to Holland. I mean, Holland's youth team is pretty decent, to be fair. So, Germany's youth team's okay, but you're not wrong with that. I think
maybe 3 once they've had, but that's about it. That can become very much of a chore, and in the end, you miss.
Well, it's looking very much like we'll have to settle for just the one Asian team in the quarterfinals with Hong Kong. It's just been too big a task for the Philippines tonight. This would have been too big a task for the vast majority of teams.
Double Gurney mourning again because Devon Peterson kept talking whilst he was. Devon Peterson was fun, but he never stopped bloody talking on that stage. He was talking whilst fun, Devon. And I did an 80. Could be the last darts that they fought for the match. Game short and a match. Wales.
Delighted with that one.
That's a shame. I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot tighter than that, but fair enough. Well done to Wales. More superior side, and a date to be Philippines. So we know our first quarterfinal. We know our second quarterfinal is going to be Wales versus Hong Kong. The first one is obviously going to be Ireland against Northern Ireland.
That really is.
Yeah, excellent.
So the champions, and people will think, hold on, let's not get too carried away with a 96 average. It was just very, very good. You've got to play well.
To be fair, mate, Josh Rock and Darryl Gurney, you'll moan about fucking anything.
Nothing.
Just moan about anything.
Very good.
96 average in the end for the Welsh. 89 average in the end for Philippines, with 580s in total in that match. Decent match in the end. The scoreline probably doesn't reflect the whole game. And of course, the interview is going to be with the Welsh girl.
Yeah, Chris,
You couldn't get more biased if you could.
Yeah, well, it's Abigail Davies. She's Welsh. She always does the interviews.
Pick someone else. Pick Polly.
8 out of 21 on the finishing, 2 out of 9, 70 average. 70 checkout. That 70 checkout was the highest checkout in the game. It wasn't outstanding. But Wales are through. They'll be playing Hong Kong tomorrow afternoon. That won't be straightforward for them, by the way, because Hong Kong have been superb in this tournament. So that'll be a good match to keep an eye on. Scotland versus the Netherlands is coming up after the break, but before that, a reminder, of course, that the quarterfinals take place tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, we will not be live in the afternoon session, but we will be live for the evening session, where we will have the semi-finals and the final of the 2025 Betvictor World Cup of Darts. Scotland versus the Netherlands coming up soon. Jan van Veen and Danny Noppert for the Netherlands going head-to-head with the number 3 seed, Scotland, which is Gary Anderson and Peter Wright. Do not go anywhere. We got 3 really entertaining games coming up. Let's see what happens in game number 2. We'll see you after the break.
Yep.
I used to walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. To walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I go?
Right then, Scotland against Netherlands now. Game number 2 of the quarterfinals. Last 16, sorry. That was taking his time.
Only 18 nations have played in every World Cup of Darts since its inception in 2010, and you're watching 2 of them here. And you're watching 2 nations have won this great tournament too. The Netherlands 4 times, both of them in the glory years of Van Gerwen and Van Barneveld, but the first one too when Coach Stompe and Barley defeated our very own Mark Webster and Barry Bates in the final. Scotland have won it twice, Anderson and Wright in 2019. Then Big Hendo, John Henderson with Wright from the COVID time a few years later. So this should be an absolute belter. It's got the potential to be a nail-biter too. The odds makers prefer the Netherlands just slightly. They make the Dutch slight favourites over the veteran Scottish partnership. And we can watch and enjoy this in the company of the former Premier League champion, Dr. Glenn Durrant. Do you agree with those odds, Glenn? Would you make the Netherlands favourite here?
I would have probably gone even money, the pair of them. I can't separate them. The formidable duo of Scotland against the dynamic duo of Holland. And I'm really looking forward to this one.
Sorry, everyone. Welcome along. Welcome back. Time for
Talk to
Scotland
support.
against Holland. Was it Scotland? It's welcome back.
Know what's going to happen, and these early legs will be really crucial.
Hecho Johannes Koister. I assume that's the Dutch name. Goedenavond. Hoe gaat het? Welcome. Goedenavond. I think it's hoi.
Crucial.
Scotland gegen the Netherlands.
In terms of world ranking of these players at 23, but could have the potential to have the best season of the four.
Ja, goed.
It was exhilarating back in March. He reached the final that beat Humphries.
Ja, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands, maar Nederlands is niet correct. See, Dutch is very similar to German. I think I've said that right. I may have said that wrong, but I was trying to remember off the top of my head.
Good friends. You can just see
It's so easy to say it. It's so easy to say it wrong.
massive score out
Not easy.
how clinical is the
Gary Anderson. 8 out of 10. Dankjewel.
And there it is.
Thanks for the first leg to the Netherlands.
15 opening salvo.
Jan van Veen with the first leg on the board. Oh, Jan van Veen's playing great. You know what that means?
The right in Gary Anderson.
No, she didn't walk on with that.
No, but when
So
he
does it-
plays, that goes
Doesn't
on.
count.
Yeah, he can't. Doesn't matter. He's still playing. He's walk-on songs, that. It's Coffin Dance versus what's turning up at? Alstom Life. I can't remember what that. I can't actually remember what that means. Alstom Life. I need to remember what that actually means. I can't really remember. What does that mean in English? I can't really remember it.
Gary Anderson in the first.
As it, no, that's not what it means.
Back it up with a great deal there.
As to life.
He had understood that and that almost flat dart. So the perfect dart for him is even just
If you stay.
20. Brilliant response.
I don't know whether.
The Dutch.
Right. I don't know whether that's what Nicola actually meant or whether she's meant something else and put it incorrectly. But that means if you stay.
19. And that's what Danny Noppert has done. He's offering up the opportunity
107 average at the moment for the Netherlands.
for his teammate and partner. That's unless Peter Wright can produce something
Great dart.
well, he can't.
Disappointment there because again this time for Peter Wright the first dart was perfect.
No, I don't think that's what you meant. I don't think that's what you were meaning to say. What were you trying to say?
The highlight.
If you put it in English, what were you trying to say? Because I'll try and find out. If I know it, I'll say
Is this the reason why?
it. I'm glad my sneeze didn't put Jan van Veen off there with that dart.
Duo.
Sneeze he was about to fall there. I'm glad I didn't put him off. 2-0 to Jan van Veen. 2-0 to Netherlands. Surprised GVV didn't go straight for double 19. No, I mean, to be fair, mate, a lot of people don't go with. A lot of people do not go with that. Gesundheit. Das ist Deutsch. Das ist Deutsch.
As well.
That's Deutsch.
Early in the game, we
Unless it's the same in Holland.
quickly advantage Netherlands.
Well, the Dutch averaged 95.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit. It's the same. Similar pronunciation. Pretty much the same pronunciation, but it's like just different. Gesundheit, yeah. Pretty much the same pronunciation, but it's just different spelling.
Still rising.
His darts lay so fat he could easily stack his way into it. Yeah, no, I don't actually like how his darts go in the board. I think it's weird. Bit of a weird fit.
The world is champion. As you alluded to, Rod, just such a bright future.
Have you had any maximums yet in this game, by the way?
Yeah.
Legs on the spin.
Oh, really?
25 World Cup of darts for Holland.
Oh, we've had one.
11.
I must have missed it, sorry. Dutch are on fire.
16.
Oh, did you get this? Oh, 98 checkout. 3-0 to the Netherlands and the number 3 seed, Scotland.
To a 3-0 lead here.
The Haggis are getting battered.
Against the veteran Scottish duo with a combined.
Now, I've got an empty glass with some ice drinks. We have some ice cubes in the freezer. We've got a bag of ice cubes.
The individual ages
Drink of Pepsi Lime.
over the last few weeks. Simple one for you there.
I did say to a few people, I said that this Dutch team, with the way they were playing in the group stage as well, this Dutch team's going to be dangerous. That's what I was thinking. I actually thought that Netherlands,
Really impressive.
to be fair, if it wasn't England, if it wasn't England to win the tournament,
Never really
if England don't win it, it'll be the Netherlands, I think.
still believes
I think the Netherlands can do it this year.
You just see his facial
If
expression.
England don't do it, that is obviously.
Determination here.
Entertaining World Cup so far. Plenty of surprises. A lot of people couldn't expect.
Paul Lynn, who's graced the hockey again.
I love Scotland, so I hope they make a comeback.
Way to go, yeah.
Really, even though you're Dutch. Hold up. Are you actually from? Are you actually from Holland?
20 every time they go up there.
Or are you from Belgium or something? So there's a few. Belgium speak Dutch as well, but.
It's been a day where the favourites have gone through almost one-sided games. I really sense this one could go the distance. But
England massive favourites.
Netherlands.
Tom actually put Holland to win the tournament at 22-1.
But you feel they've been
No thanks.
to submission.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised.
This is where that chemistry, that
Well,
camaraderie. This is where
I wouldn't be surprised unless if England get knocked out, then
just don't care no more. It doesn't look
I don't
like
think
this.
they will. Bullseye for Jan van Veen for 130. Oh! It's a small fish tonight. He fancies cod and chips. Averaging 100 plus. This is their stat of the minute. Look, how was that? 104.
Party, you're representing, you're coaching, you're up there and you're playing.
They're going to be a nightmare in this tournament.
They practice together at Pro
It'll be a tough side to play against. A lot of teams will struggle.
So good. Not what they got the road for Scotland, that's the issue.
I mean, when you got Peter Wright, who's been lousy over the last couple of months.
Wales impressed
Surprise.
in beating the Phillies
Some of
8-2.
them on the tops.
Luke Littler, NBA, and Luke Humphries, NBA.
Yeah, there's something on me top. I wondered what that white dot was on me.
Those
On
two
the
Lukes
camera.
to play well, to be better
God,
than
no.
so far.
You know me, I notice everything. 121. Nice to see Gary Anderson back on the main stage again.
Just he's hitting not only the treble play, but the same.
Jan van Veen is ridiculous. 180. Yeah, Jan van Veen.
And it's an eyebrow-raising stat that is the first Dutch maximum of the match. Because the way they play, they probably have half a dozen by now. But that's
Jan van Veen, top class player. How's Jan van Veen not Holland's number one? I'll never know. I mean, Danny Noppard's a decent player, but Jan van Veen is top class.
Plan B, let's set me apart. He could stay
Obviously,
there.
he wouldn't be in it if it wasn't for Van Gerwen not going on. If Van Gerwen didn't go on holiday, he'd have been in this tournament. But
Absolutely fine.
I'd like to see Jan van Veen and Michael Van Gerwen playing because although Danny Noppard's a decent player, I think he's the. I think out of the two players, I don't think he's that good compared to.
This
Out of
5-0
the two,
doesn't
I mean, he's not the best one.
He's playing beautiful. He's playing
Fuck me! 5-0 to the Netherlands. This is ridiculous. That
incredible stuff in Netherlands.
this is becoming an absolute.
the current World Youth Champion, but in 2024 he reached the final.
This is what you call a masterclass in scoring and finishing. They've gone from 18-1 to 6-1 in turn.
I just thought Van Veen was better than Littler in 2024.
They are. This is some team. It is becoming an absolute massacre.
Like I say, he's in his infancy right now. Just a reminder of the role that Danny Noppard's playing as well.
Yeah, Noppard did win the UK Open back in the day.
When you think of
Yeah, but lately he's not been that great lately.
Looks like the ideal partnership
Half
for the
win
Netherlands
the
right
UK
now.
Open, but he's not been outstanding. Has he?
Still averaging over.
I don't think it'll be too long before Jan van Veen wins one or two majors here and there.
You can have a strategy at the beginning.
Win a
of the
few
game.
majors. I think he'll win his first major soon. Whether it's this year, I don't know. It might be next year, but the way he's playing, he could be a top. He's going to be a top class player, Jan van Veen. A lot of the younger players are actually playing really well, mate. Apparently, Q school is quite a difficult thing to get out of.
Because he's the type of player the way his darts sit. He is going to miss the treble 20. He would rather just go underneath that.
The way Scotland are playing, I think me and you would beat them.
The chance for not to set up from 2-7-8.
I mean, me and Liam only average like about what? Sort of 60, 70 region. When we've actually played as a team on the darts counter, we've scored about 60, 70.
Determination. Is he trying too hard? Beautiful dart. Goes down.
Obviously, solo-wise, I mean, on a good day, I can average about 60 to 70, but normally I tend to average in the 50. I tend to average like between 150. 32 left for the Netherlands. Okay, there's 25 for Scotland. There, 19. 104. For a 16 for a 6-0 lead.
There it is, 6 to the bench. What promised to be a close game.
I'll tell you something. The way Holland are playing, they will be finalists.
What a performance this is.
Yeah.
Laughter from the Scottish team.
Who plays Holland?
As well, because these two young players.
Who's going to play them?
Absolutely magic tonight.
The Czech Republic. Bye.
Potential best match of the night.
Czech Republic in the quarterfinals for Netherlands as it stands. Wales are playing Hong Kong, and then whoever wins those two ties will meet each other. Wales versus Netherlands semi-final. That would be tasty.
Glenn says 11.5.
All I'll say is I'm glad that. I mean, it is possible that England could play Holland in the final, but I'll tell you something. I'm glad Netherlands are not in England's bracket.
Yeah.
CVFM is green. You're talking 13 years ago, mate. I wasn't with CVFM until 2020.
Away a little bit. From a treble 18 to a treble 19. The crowd are on the side. They're trying to G.
How do you get in if you don't have a key? I've told you this. There's a key in the security box. There's a security box to get the key. But majority of the time, there's someone in the building anyway. So it's not always locked anyway. A lot of the time, it's not locked, so you don't normally have that issue. 180. 102 for 7-0 at the break.
So 71, it was like this every
Go
week.
one leg away.
16 is missed. A rarity. They will be back though.
They've actually missed a darted double. There's a bloody rarity.
9 on the doubles now from Holland. Must do better. No.
6 out of 9 on the doubles.
Scotland can do. They saw the funny side. But this is for 7-0.
7-0 at the break.
Danny Noppert. As the Dutch
Hey.
continue to Scotland all over the hockey.
Yep.
You can barely believe.
You've seen that correctly, ladies and gentlemen.
The Scots have been taken apart by the Dutch.
7 legs in, break time, and it's 7-0. Scotland not won a leg at all yet.
Quarterfinals of the World Cup.
Well, I think it's going to be bye-bye Scotland and hello Netherlands. Okay, by the way, Holland are yet to lose a leg in the tournament. I know. Turn the music off, mate. I've got to say, by the way, I didn't think it was going to be this one-sided, but Holland are playing very well. So far, they've only played a total of 15 legs in the entire tournament, and they've not lost a single leg. They won 4-0, 4-0, and now as it stands, potentially 8-0. They're going to be some force. If they go through the full tournament without losing a single leg, that would be outstanding. Yeah, but you've got... Well, I appreciate that, but, unfortunately, we show any match footage, and I guarantee we're the ones that get caught. Yet people like Platinum, I don't know how he's... Well, actually, Platinum's actually been He's been copy-striked once. I don't know how he's only been striked once. He should have been... He's lucky to have his channel, to be fair. But at the end of the day, mate, we're not bothered. We're only a small channel. We're a small channel, slowly rising. We've got 700 subs. The difference with Platinum, you would expect him to have more people watching anyway, because he's got about 3,000 subs, hasn't he? He's got about 3,000 subs. But by the way, he sometimes watches our channel as well, by the way. So
yeah, I know.
He does on the other occasion pop in the live chat, so But you know what the YouTube family's like, it's all one family. we don't really compare ourselves with Platinum at the end of the day. Like, he's doing what is officially classed as the wrong thing, but somehow getting away with it. We're doing the right thing, not showing the match footage and giving you all the updates. And people, you know, I mean, some people tune in, and a lot of people enjoy the stream. So, you know, as long as the people in the stream are enjoying and getting involved, that's all we want, really. So, I don't think we do a bad job, to be fair. I mean, we're only on 700. We're only on like 700 subscribers, so we're what we call what are classed as a very small channel that's slowly on the rise. You know, it's a bit like my channel does a football stand. You know, it was a bit like that, really. So it was the case with my channel. My channel was a very small channel, not getting many people in, and obviously as the years went on, it's slowly and gradually was. So yeah, you can't expect to start a YouTube channel and expect to get 2,000 subs in like a year. It doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Unless you're like a really big professional YouTuber, that doesn't happen. You don't gain subs that quickly. One thing I'll say about Platinum is he's a good bloke. He only does the streaming for his viewers, not himself. We don't do it for ourselves. Obviously, we do watch-alongs for everyone else as well, so that everyone else has an idea of what's going on as well, you know. And there's a lot of people who don't even watch darts that actually watch. There's a few people in the stream that don't really watch darts and actually are watching the stream at the moment, you know, and they always enjoy it. We try and make it entertaining. We do give sort of. It's not full commentary, but it sounds biased. But if I was watching as a neutral, I'd rather listen to me and Liam's commentary than listen to Wayne Mardle. So I get fed up of listening to Wayne Mardle, to be honest. Do we mind after this game? England versus Germany, the world number 1 seed against the number 7 seed in Argentina V Australia. So, you know, we'll see what happens. One host tries, the other turns his TV to 100 and doesn't contribute. He does on the odd occasion. He does on the odd occasion, but I'm more of a thing. The difference with me is
finally get a leg. That'd be good.
The difference with me is I'm more the.
Hello.
There we go. Hello.
I'm more of the commentator.
I
sort of commentate more, and then the likes of Harvey, who's just joined, and Liam, both of them are like what you'd class as sort of analysts, really. Like they pop in with the odd thing.
Let's be honest.
Good time, and I think he's been taken down. Has his stream actually been taken down? Well, I can't lie. It does serve him right.
From those 7 legs, Champagne Vane was averaging over 103. But we maybe haven't spoke as much as averaging over 100.
No, it hasn't, because it's still there as far as I know.
Goes under that parapet. He's just playing a wonderful role. It's just been a joy to watch.
Well, we saw the ferret, Johnny Clayton earlier.
No, it's not been taken down.
Statistician has been ferreting around, and he tells
No,
us
it's not been taken down as far as I know.
that no longer is the final in 2024.
No. How does he get away with that? How is he getting away with that?
Now that,
I can't believe he's getting away with that. 140 then for Netherlands to win the match. Didn't think I'd be saying that to win 8-0, but it's not going to actually go.
In the game, 8-0.
Come on, Scotland. Get a leg.
Just for the 140.
Get a leg at least.
To the board on the 82.
82 for Scotland.
20 for ball.
12. He went for ball, didn't get it.
Double 5.
Double 5 for the leg.
I'm running.
No.
No. You are shocking, lad.
This has got to be the worst Scotland have done in it.
Could be 8-0, Harry.
Bullseye to the bagel.
Bullseye for the game.
Oh, that was bad. That was cool.
Oh.
I mean, that was a lousy dart, wasn't it? Only just in the 25. 5, 3, double 1. No!
Danny Nuffer to close the curtain.
I know it's easy, but fair to him. He does. It's a good quality stream. He does engage in the chat. Oh wow, game shot and a match. The Netherlands 8-0.
8-0. What were
It's
the
a
odds on
whitewash.
that happening?
I can't recall the last time I have seen a team whitewash. I've never seen a team get whitewashed in the knockout rounds. Or if it has happened, it hasn't been for a long time. It's outstanding. That is outstanding. Scotland annihilated 8-0 by a fantastic Netherlands. What was he saying? It's easy, but to be fair to him, it's a good quality stream. He does engage in the chat. See, the thing is, we try and I mean, we do commentary and try and do commentary and also talk to each other about the games, giving off
Oh my god, that
giving
average.
our opinions and everything,
terrible.
whilst trying to get involved in the live stuff. We actually multitask. I think for him it's quite easy for him because he can just literally just sit in the live chat and just type comments to everyone. There's no speaker, no any commentary involved. With us, we multitask. We multitask big time.
Was one of the best
But
World Cup performances.
it is what it is. Every channel does their own. Each channel.
Stuff from both of you up here tonight.
Each channel has its own way of doing things, and he does it his way. We do it our way. So fair enough. As long as it gets views and it helps the channel grow, then that's all we're worried about. So that's all I'm going to say. It's the big. I think it's got to be it's probably the biggest win in. It's probably the biggest win in the world. Okay, Dad.
Really good performances.
Scotland battered 8-0 with 100 average for the Netherlands, 2 180s in total, 3 180s in total, and look at that, 130 checkout, 8 out of 12 on the finishing. An outstanding performance from him. 4 darts missed a double all match, and only 3 darts to double for Scotland all game.
Got one more leg and we're done, but
And that was not until the final leg. Outstanding.
we both.
I think the next game will be quite close. England against Germany.
We
It will
both
be close.
hit the treblers visit. The other one stepped in. So
Well, I certainly didn't expect that. Well done to the Netherlands. An outstanding performance. And they go through to the quarterfinals. Their opponents in the quarterfinals,
From your debut
Czech
camp.
Republic.
no, you're true.
Sorry, Czechia.
Today, even though they didn't play their normal game, of course, it was still Scotland. You're still playing Peter Roy and Gary Anderson.
I know he's Dutch, but I know he's Dutch.
So I said today
I
as
don't
well,
think his accent sounds a bit Scottish.
do the double today and beat
No.
them both, and that's what we did. And
Did a double and
phenomenal. It's still 2 legs.
England win 8-2, 8-3. Pikachu lacks bottle, to be fair.
I think the way we handled it today was phenomenal.
Yeah, still good players, though.
So what do you want to add?
He's such a big talent.
Oh, yeah, he certainly sounds Dutch.
Also see him playing as well.
He's got a very strong Dutch accent. Bloody hell.
Oh no, mute him.
Only because you can't understand what he says.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's too strong of a Dutch accent.
Fair. To be fair, though, I mean, I know 1 or 2 people that are Dutch, and trying to understand them with their really strong accents is not easy. I mean, they both speak fluent English, but obviously, well, me as dad's Dutch with him as well, but he's Dutch accent as well, very strong Dutch accent. So it's not an easy one. From Friesland, he also speaks Frisian. Frisian, they're cows, aren't they? Frisian, yeah, that's like a different form of Dutch, isn't it? It's a bit like Bavarian dialect in Germany. The Irish dialect, similar to German, but slightly different. And I suppose with Catalonia in Spain as well, that's slightly different to Spanish. Right, well, here we go. The hosts versus the champions. England versus Germany. And we'll just remind you, more Danish. Oh, fair enough. And I will remind you, the last team to knock England out of a World Cup was Germany.
Yeah, but that was when we had a crap.
And that was Martin Schindler and Gabriel Clemens against, I think, Rob Cross and
Michael Smith. So, yeah, crap partnership. Yeah, crap.
Well, will history repeat itself, or can the two Lukes put in a good performance?
I'm going to go to a break now.
And bring it home again. We're going to go for a break in a moment. Game number 3 coming up shortly. This will be a tasty affair. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Play the music then.
Well, you put the screen up first. Thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this next song is for our good friend Nicola, since she likes sheep.
Sheep, 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 sheep.
Hope you enjoyed that, Nicola. Right, next song, please. Oh, dear. That's bad.
When you want to get off that darkest ground,
but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear sky. When you want to get off that darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game was meant to start about 5 minutes ago, but Sky Sports being Sky Sports, too busy chatting shit and too busy talking about Luke Humphries and Luke Littler. So sorry about the long break, but you've got to have another song before we come back on, and it's called Fuck Knows, because I'm not the one playing it. Oh, it's this one. I don't know.
More than lovers, destined to find one another. Like lightning and thunder, can't have one without the other.
And Hertishfield coming, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for game number 3. Yeah, Luke Humphries is laughing it up. He's laughing it up. He's like, ha They're going to get booed every time they step up to the Oculus. How's Luke? How's Luke Littler going to cope? He doesn't like it.
Let's mute that. While we're walking on the Vindaloo, can you not pick a better English song?
Vindaloo, nah.
Can you not pick a better English song?
England.
Are we walking on to that or tournament, are we?
Vindaloo, and we all like Vindaloo. We're England gonna score one more than you. England.
Oh my god. And you have to put Hugh Ware as referee. Okay, yeah, that makes total sense, that. Good.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's been English referees for the first 2 games.
He didn't do Evans.
To be fair, mate,
Yeah, wait there.
Yeah, but then people would say, "Oh, it's biased towards England."
Yeah.
He's a neutral referee.
Neutral on my backside. He want
You
Germany.
wouldn't have England versus Germany with Franz Engler.
Neutral on my backside. He want Germany to win England.
I mean, you wouldn't have England versus Germany with an English ref, no. 5-time champions.
How tall is Martin Schindler? Because Luke Littler's 5'6", so Martin Schindler's around 5'5".
See, we were saying this yesterday, but
you'd bloody tower him.
Who? Which one?
Martin Schindler.
See, Ricardo Pietreczko's not particularly tall either. He's very small. I mean, he's taller than Luke Littler. I think anyone's taller.
Luke Littler's 5'6.5", so he's got to go around 5'7".
Shindy's 5'5". I think he's about 5'5".
Yeah, I'm probably just taller than.
Nothing we could do about that, Scotty. The Holland game finished over half an hour ago. Game was meant to start at 7:45, but typical Sky Sports, because the dart isn't due to finish till 10 o'clock on Sky Sports, they're bloody dragging it out by talking about Luke Humphries and Luke Littler for half an hour, and then doing the interview with Shindy and Pietreczko.
Have we got the throw? Yeah, we have. Good.
Yeah, but I don't know which one's going to be for us. Okay, first leg. It's England to throw first, and Luke Littler. Game on! Good start.
Great start, Littler. Midget.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new challenge for him. He's never played in the World Cup. This is a match for Germany. 140. Your breaks sometimes are longer than TV ads. What would you? Here's the question, Scotty. Right? Why do you shout, does it?
Oh, come on.
I want B.
B.
By the way, what would you rather? Would you rather watch TV adverts or listen to some class non-copyright music? I know what I'd rather. Listen to a muted telly.
Have we won the World Championship, Littler? This is a crap start, mate.
To be fair, mate, the last couple of games, the last couple of games he's played before, he has he's not started well in the first 1 or 2 legs and then picked it up.
That's what I could do come through.
Yeah. Some people have hearing difficulties. Prime example, you daddy. What were you fucking with your drums up? Well, the idea is, if you've got headphones in, turn your headphones down when you're on our streams. I love when Pietreczko starts giving the big giving it the big one. A gust of wind would knock him over. 12 for Ricardo. Game shot the first leg. Germany. And that's a break of 4 in the first leg. Remember, after 7 legs, we've got a break.
And we're the reigning champions, so we get broke straight away. Nice one, boys.
Yeah, but let's be honest, mate. Once when the 2 Lukes click into gear, they can be unbeatable. They're unbeatable when they click into gear.
Well, Ricardo always throws first, so unlucky to him.
But you can't afford the you can't afford them to get settled very, very quickly.
And the problem is as well, if England end up quite far behind, then they're going to struggle because this crowd will not help them at all.
Yeah. They won't make it easy for them.
I want to know, by the way, because the data's always been in Frankfurt. When are they going to move it to a different city? No, right. Some people are saying that the Alex. Do you know there was people on social media months ago saying the Alexandra Palace should not be hosting the World Championships?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was people saying that the World Championships should not be at the Ali Pali anymore.
They need to stop talking daft.
All I've had was the takeaway, and that was enough.
Come on, Luke.
Had some cheesy dough balls and a pepperoni pizza, so I was quite happy.
Nice.
Where's Daddy? He's downstairs. He's actually in his bedroom, I think, at the moment because he's just got out of the bath. I don't know how he can have a hot bath in this. How can he have a hot bath in this heat? Dad likes to heat, though. He likes to heat. I bloody don't. 160 needed for England. Oh, God. Bloody hell, Luke. Luke Littler started shy tonight. 44 for Germany. Oh, okay. Double throw by accident, double 10. He's still got it anyway.
I was about to say, bloody hell.
The G1's a joke. I get it's Germany for England, but it's going to fuck the game. Well, at the end of the day, the Germany fans do not want England to win. So, with them being a host nation, this is what I say. This is why I was saying. England being favourites for this game, I didn't necessarily agree with it because when the Germany crowd's on their back, it'll frustrate Luke Littler. I know for a fact because Luke Littler hates playing in Germany. Luke Littler hates playing in Germany. This is on England's floor as well. Not a good start from England, but great start from Germany, I must say. What's the average at minute? 103 for Germany. There we go. That's a bit more like it from Luke Littler. 140, right? He'll be looking for 95 in a minute. Gets the treble. Another one. 95 leaves to 170. Luke Humphries. Oh, dear. Oh, well. 58. Tell you what, the first 3 legs have not been great from them. Oh, dear. You've already asked me this, Scotty. You've already asked. I've already said. He's in his bedroom. Because he's in his bedroom. He's just come out. Oh, well done. He's in his bedroom. He's just come out of the bath. 1, 2, 3. Check out on the bullseye. Luke Littler finally clicking into gear at last. England on the board. 1, 2, 3. Check out. It's the highest check out of the game as well.
That's one way to shut them bastards up.
Yeah.
Luke looks like he wants to punch someone.
He could work his way into it.
Yeah.
He looks like he wants to punch someone there.
Going out the Euro Tour, losing to an inspired Countdown Bay.
That was important, by the way, because that was a hold.
But he was not particularly complimentary about the German crowd, so not going back there again. Taking his ball and going home. Well, he is back from Germany. Obviously, he's forgotten the word.
140.
I think some of them might have remembered.
You need a treble, Ricardo. He gets that. 92.
This is fun.
It's not fun. We're losing, Wayne.
Germany have taken the early lead.
What?
He said this is fun. I said it's not
there
fun.
There you go. That's
losing.
better, Luke. That's better.
Probably fun for the neutral. But be fun for the neutral.
Right. Come on.
CVFM equipment looks new. Yeah, we got a whole brand new studio. We've completely. Well, I am, but the guys in charge, the management team's completely transformed the whole upstairs studio now. Looks really good, though, doesn't it? It looks superb, that new studio.
This for a level game, tops.
Oh, there you
Come
go.
on.
Come on. There you go.
I don't know. I don't know. He buys a lot of the equipment, I know that. I think he buys the... Well, I would assume the
Good tactic from us anyway, Littler throwing first.
I assume
Yeah,
the
definitely.
carpets will have been
I agree
from his other carpets. Carol Bennett looks Carol
As good
Bennett.
as Humphries is, he can be a liability sometimes.
CARL. And also, no, he's just a presenter.
I'll say that. Yeah.
The people behind the scenes you don't know.
There you go.
180.
A reason to punish you.
Now it's trying to click in the gear.
Now Germany fold.
Takes a couple legs, like Daryl said.
Told you.
Yeah.
99 average now.
Look at-
We've only averaging 88 after the first two legs.
Oh,
83.
Here we go. 140. By the way, I was just asking, have we ever had a pair hit a 9-dart leg in a World Cup?
There was a little bit of blue.
No, I don't think so.
He's starting to relax.
I was wondering because I was thinking it might happen the other night. I was thinking it could happen.
Possibly.
Oh, well, he's got time anyway because Germany and miles off. Come on, England, by the way. Thank you for the music.
3 legs. Is Luke Humphries in the double?
Probably because you just look up the information. You probably look at it all. You look at all the information on the bloody. No, it's never going to be. It's the reason it's called. There's a reason why it's called CVFM. Oh dear. There's a reason why it's called CVFM, Scotty. It's because it's called Community Voice FM. Because it's a community radio station that only broadcasts on the FM frequency in the Teesside region. If you're listening from outside the... oh, never mind. 106 check out from Ricardo and a raw. If you're listening from outside Teesside, then you'll have to obviously get it online on the website or on the app.
That's Littler's fault, that.
106 check out from
he should have
Ricardo
took that out.
PHX scored,
He should have
double
took
five
that
missed by Luke Littler, and that's a break of 4.
Stupid little midget.
You got to realise, James, we have to interact with the live chat as well, mate. If we don't interact with the live chat, then we'll get moaned at. So, can't please everyone, mate. You've got to realise that.
These two are playing at a level.
We are focusing on the darts, but at the same time, if people are asking different questions, you've got to answer it. It's all part of being a bloody YouTuber, man. 140. If you're a YouTuber yourself, you know. That's all I'm saying. I've done it 8. I've done it 8.5 years.
2.5 legs fell from England. They were under. Yeah, they were spectacular.
Huge game or not, still got to do it. I could be streaming the World Cup final, and people are asking different random questions. So if you don't respond to the live chat, you're not gonna.
Yeah, there we go.
You're gonna lose respect, mate. Can't please everyone. 180.
If you get it, you've got to take it.
He ain't gonna take that. It's the third one of the game, by the way. I forgot to add the yes. Yeah, well, you always do anyway. You always ask questions.
Germany, 1 leg.
You can blame Scotty if you want to blame anyone. Blame him.
Is it going to be 5 and 6?
Oh, hell.
Oh.
Cardo's hit 1. Single 19 for top 7.
Anytime today.
This is for 4-2 to hold 4. Taking his time. Gets himself ready and sends that nowhere.
Yeah, that's gone to the fucking skies, mate. Piss off.
Terrible dart. 1,200, lads.
Oh!
He's done it again. He's missed double 5. What's he doing, Luke Littler? You always blame me. Yeah, because you're talking about random subjects and someone's moaning about it. 4-2 Germany, and it really should be the other way around. But Luke Littler in this tournament has been poor so far. Do you ever get posted at CVFM? No, the post's never for me. A lot of the times if I go in, there'll be posts just hanging. There'll be posts literally just hanging just dangling outside of the letterbox inside the building, obviously.
No finish is simple right now.
I'm seeing it now. With the way Luke Littler's playing, are England going to come back? 6 darts missed a double, and Germany missed 2.
Leading this game.
See, Luke Humphries is playing well, but Luke Littler's been. I thought really Michael Smith was
one
shit.
of the only ones that's hit 180 as well.
I thought Michael Smith was shit from England.
England thrown first in this match.
Luke Littler's been shite here. Yeah, really. World champion, he can't even play well in the World Cup of darts, mate.
Is the pressure getting to him? I don't know.
Well, he did say he never wants to play in Germany. He doesn't want. It's because he said that he's been saying for a while he doesn't like playing in Germany. He doesn't like playing in Germany, so he certainly doesn't want to be playing in Germany. And oh, well done, Luke. Humphries has just left 165.
Look at that
65 leaves the 170. Oh my God! What? What has happened to Luke Littler tonight? What's happened to Luke Littler tonight?
They were massively in control of this leg.
Wow. Yeah, we got semi-finals and the final coming up tomorrow night. And as it stands, England will not be in it unless they can take this out. Bullseye. Oh.
Martin Schindler taking no time already at the hockey. He just wants to plant this. All this, like he did in the last leg. Every opportunity.
Game shot in the 7th leg. Germany.
Odds on fads, the ones that many believe were absolutely
Jesus. And the England players are straight off the stage.
a race to 8 in the last 16 of the World Cup of Darts.
I had a feeling. Had a sneaky feeling. When the crowd is as hostile as this, it's always going to be tough for any team playing against Germany. Always. I told you, Mia's not with me until Monday. She's at the Vaughan House this weekend, so you can stop asking me.
Red Dragon Darts.
Guy.
Shut up, goggles. Right. I'm going to mute. Yeah, mute those. Well, to be fair, the guy, one of the lads I work with at Scope didn't think England would do it because he felt Luke Littler would crumble under the pressure, and he's absolutely correct at the minute. 92 average for England, 93 average for Germany. Not much in it, only 1 point in it on the averages. 3 180s at the moment. And this is the problem. Look, 9 darts missed a double. And I think 6 of those missed darts have been from Luke Littler. I mean, how many darts has he missed a double 5 in this match? There must be at least 3 or 4. Well, 4 darts he's missed a double 5. Still took out the 1-2-3 checkout though on the bullseye, but 5-2 to Germany, 106 checkout. So tumblers checkout each, 5 out of 9. So you cannot give. You can't. You can't be that bad on doubles and expect a team of Ricardo Pietrexco, Martin Schindler to be missing doubles that much either. So in front of those German fans, if you're missing doubles, you're not going to stand a chance. Yeah. No, Scope is not CVFM. Scope's the charity shop I work with, and CVFM is the radio station. I would stop going on about it anyway, Scotty, because you're annoying this guy. You're starting to annoy him, so I wouldn't keep going on about it. England shirts for everything. England are 11-10 now, started at 1-9. I'm not surprised. Germany will be favourites to win this now by a country mile. And the way things are going, I wouldn't put it past them getting the next 3 legs. I wouldn't put anything past them getting the next 3 because Luke Humphries and Luke Littler really need to regroup because those 7 legs were all poor. Poor legs. And Luke Littler, well, Luke Littler's just crumbled big time. He's crumbling big time in this game. And a bad thing as well for England going into the 8th leg is it is a break of 4. So Germany have the 4 in leg 8. Martin Schindler on double 10 there. Right. And we carry on. The 2 world champions, 5-2 down to Germany. Who have Germany? I don't think Germany have ever won the World Cup. Nine troubleless visits to England. That's really poor.
If this goes 6-2, it's game over, to be honest.
6-2, yeah. Well, if they get broken again, then
You can blame Littler for half of it, really. He should have been 3-2 up the plonker.
Littler is Littler's just crumbled under the pressure in this game.
That was the last time England lost that. They won it the year
A world champion crumbling under the pressure.
I know.
You wouldn't be. You wouldn't expect it. Really, this fast.
And let me tell you, Luke and Luke are under it.
Trying to work out.
Martin Schindler hitting that double to go 5-2 up. Ricardo Petrizco's reaction told me that he believed it wasn't a case of relief. It was a case of we can do it.
Thank you,
There you go.
At least you're doing something. What's the other guy doing behind you? Cool.
He's more worried about his doner kebab.
Yeah.
People joining us now, thank you. He's just more concerned about getting his doner. He just wants his doner kebab after the game.
I want to go home and have my kebab.
Past winners. 140. No, Germany have never won the World Cup. A reminder, the winner of this game plays the winner of the final game tonight, which will be Argentina versus Australia. Yeah, Littler's struggling in a minute. But Germany aren't. Wow. Just wow. I mean, you literally can't say anything other than wow. Simple as that. Like, this is a performance and a half from Germany. 180. Look at the finally hitting the 180.
I think that's his second 180.
Is it his second one?
That's his second one.
Well, literally, he's done fuck all else pretty much. Apart from hitting the 1-2-3 checkout. That's literally the only good thing he's really done.
Yeah.
He missed so many doubles. Oh my god. 46. Well done, Humphries.
Not happy with that.
From the Netherlands beating Scotland. What an amazing night of darts.
Two Lukes generally do not look happy. Yeah, they know they're not playing well. They know that they're not playing well.
England will feel there's a surge in these two players, the two Lukes.
The favourites heading out as things stand. 140. Doesn't leave a finish, but leaves 177. So it will be on a finish after the next visit.
You seldom see that.
England will be on a finish. And it's the 1-2-5, which Luke Littler has taken out in the past.
Oh my word.
What can he take it out here? 17 for 137, surely. Well, there's a bit of pressure. Pressure's on Luke Littler here. Needs treble. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it.
The two
Luke
Lukes,
Littler has been diabolical.
the two best in the world, are not as good
So a
as
break of 4 and 7-2. Tops for Ricardo Pietrek score, and it's pretty much game over now. That's pretty much game over. Germany on the brink of knocking out the champions
Astonishing scenes.
and the two current world champions
It's just a thought.
as well.
I know how this works.
World number 1 to world number 2 getting battered. Well, now the two Lukes really have to press on now. Germany have only missed 5 darts to double all match. England have not had a double. They've not had a dart to double since going 5-2 down after the 7 legs. And I'll say it now. Wales, by the way, Wales fans will be laughing their heads off at this.
You know what? To witness what's going on here.
So they can do well playing on their own, but as a team they cannot.
Shoulders. They are. They've shown it.
We thought this would be the best pair in England have ever had. At the minute, if they lose this game, it's one of the worst.
They just can't do anything about it. And full credit to.
If they lose this game, it's one of the worst, along with Michael Smith and Bob Cross.
They are not struggling with the nerves at all, are
Not at all. And it's
I think I take back what I said about Michael Smith, because I didn't think he was the best player in the World Cup when he won it for England, but he was part of the winning team.
This story. The two Lukes, we thought this is nailed on. They're going to win.
History's going to repeat itself because Germany were the last team.
It's going to be about them losing, but this is a performance from Germany that suggests that.
By ignoring what the crowd have done. But at the end of the day, if you're playing against the home nation, you're always going to get booed. It's same as if it's same in England, by the way. If there's a German player playing against an English player, and it's in, say, the World Match Play or something, or the Alexander Palace, the English crowd's always going to boo as well. So you get it everywhere you go if you're against a player from your own nation. Right. For what it's worth, 180, because I think this will be game over.
It's not in the 775.
Why is it the home nation every year? Well, it's always been.
What happened there?
The tournament's always been in Frankfurt. Same as the Alexander Palace has always been at.
We got
same
one.
as the 7-3.
Yay.
Same as the Alexander Palace.
Yay!
I think it used to be.
7, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. It's shocking.
The World Cup's always been held in Germany. The Euro Tour's pretty much held in Germany, and also the. We've got to remember as well that. I mean, the World Championships have been held in England. They've always been held in England.
Bring back
Yeah,
Michael
I
Smith.
mean, I would. To be fair, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I think most people would agree with that.
Action mode and try and keep straight and just
Although, to be fair, I think
Luke and Luke. But you cannot.
I don't know.
We will need to have the biggest comeback of our lives if we want to win this. Just saying.
Well, we haven't got a choice. 5 legs on the bounce
Yeah,
needed.
we'll have to drive on properly.
No, I definitely agree with that. Although, if Hong Kong went on to win it, I don't know where they'd host it. Obviously, if it was Wales, it'd be in Cardiff. It'd be in the Cardiff Arena.
Credit Ricardo Pietrek. This is his first goal at the World
But I don't think that's ever going to change. You got to remember that a lot of these tournaments are actually organised and run by the PDC and the PDC Europe.
Is it a
I think
number of
PDC Europe are the main ones in charge of some of these. PDC must be embarrassed by this. Oh, they won't care. They're not going to care, are they? It's not down to them. Tops for Luke. Oh, hello. Okay. We've got 4 legs. Okay. England are halfway there, but they still need to find another 4 legs. I mean, this would be
have a massive crumble if they want to. If
This
they would lose
this
this,
would
they would have
be.
to have a massive crumble. But England would really need to step up now.
I mean, this would be some comeback to come from 5.
Oh, it'd be incredible. It would be incredible. But I just don't see it.
I don't see it now. Nah. I mean, and by the way, this is on Germany's 4 now. England have to break again. Oh, here they go. What? Oh, 140, right.
Max there. Given any other match, you'd have thought that Martin would have hit that.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's not enough from Luke Humphries. That needed more. Needed a lot better. Needed a lot better score than that. Oh well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
Well done, Littler. You're disgraceful.
Luke Littler's been shit. He has been garbage. That's not enough, I will say though. Here we go. Yeah, this will be game over. If Luke Humphries does not at least get England onto a good finish. Oh, okay, here we go. 170.
Not lying down, England, but Germany can make them lie down here.
67 Germany. Quite a lot of people in the stream tonight. A few more illegal streams have been taken down.
On the shoulders of Ricardo Pietrangelo.
And 20 double 16. He's been good on double 16. Oh. And it's done. Germany into the quarterfinals, and the two Lukes become one of the worst partnerships for England in a long time. It's happened again. The last team to knock out England in the World Cup was Germany. History's repeated itself, and Germany went to the quarters. Luke Humphries and Luke Littler knocked out immediately. Well, wow. So, the top 4 seeds came into play in round 2. The number 2 and the number 4 seed are into the quarters. The number 1 seed and the number 3 seed are out. And all 3 of the games have been comprehensive wins. 8-0, 8-2, 8-4. That's terrible from England. Yeah, no, Luke Littler hates the German fans. He hates Germany. He hates being in Germany. He'll have just wanted to shake hands and then get straight off the stage. He won't care. He won't be very happy with that. But they haven't got.
England annihilating the Germans on the one.
They can't really have any complaints. They were absolutely awful in that game. England out immediately in round 1. Not it's round 2 actually, but in round 1 for them pretty much. 93.34 average in the end for England, 93.7 for Germany, 5 180s to 1. And this is what did it. 8 out of 13 on the doubles. Only 5 darter double missed by Martin Schindler and Ricardo Pietrangelo. I mean, both of them are speechless, and both of them over the moon, and they have every right to be. Well done to them. They fully deserve that. England, though, that's diabolical. That's the worst pairing that I've seen for England in a while. You look at that. What the hell was that voice break? You look at that pairing on paper. Right, and you think, right, world number 1, world number 2. 2 world champions, playing for England, hitting ton pluses, ton 10 pluses in the likes of the Premier League, etc. And then they play one match together and they fall to pieces. And by the way, people will say that, it's down to the German crowd. It doesn't matter whether you're against a home crowd or not, or whether you're in a rival country. At the end of the day, you're professional players, you're the world champions. You've got to be able to cope under that pressure. You're going to get fans booing you. You get it in a lot of games, apart from in the Premier League, but you get it in a lot of games. You get it in the Euro Tour, even if you did it in Holland, if this was in Holland and England were playing against Holland, they'd get heavily booed by the Dutch crowd. It happens. You've just got to get on with it and cope with the pressure. Neither of them coped with that pressure, and they both crumbled. That's diabolical from them. I'm sorry, but that is the worst I've seen from an England parent. That was absolutely awful. Well done to Germany into the quarterfinals. They will be playing against the winner of the next game, which is Argentina versus Australia. We already know 3 of the quarterfinals that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, don't forget, we are not live for the afternoon sessions. We're only live for the evening ones. The quarterfinals, Netherlands versus Czech Republic, Northern Ireland versus Ireland, and Wales versus Hong Kong. And obviously, the winner of this final game, which is Argentina versus Australia, will play against the home nation, Germany. And I did think that this was going to be a good pairing for Germany. I did say this before the tournament started, thinking this looks like a good pairing. And with the crowd on their side, they did say that the crowd could play a big role for them because they wanted the crowd to be on their side. When you can tell as soon as they came out, the massive roar they got. But they've won. They're into the quarterfinals for the first time in a long time. But they were the last team to knock England out in the knockout rounds. That was when Martin Schindler was playing with Gabriel Clemens. Now he's playing with Ricardo Pietrexco, and they've just sent Germany to the quarterfinals to play against the winner of the next tie. For England, well, their tournament didn't last very long. Pretty abrupt handshakes and fucked off stage. Luke Littler. At least Luke Humphries actually showed a bit of respect, but Luke Littler has got no respect, really, does he, for some opponents. Awful by England, brilliant from Germany. They're into the quarterfinals, and we've got Argentina coming up next, taking part in their first ever knockout game, but they're taking on another team that's done very well in the World Cup of Darts. It's Australia. It's Damon Heta and Simon Whitlock against Salata and Grealian. So you have to the break for the final match of the round of 16s, and it's only 8:30, and we're at the final game. See you in a bit.
That was a disgrace. We made bloody Humphries and Michael Smith look good, and we actually won the World Cup with them.
I knew they were. I had a feeling they weren't going to cope against that pressure. That's what I said. You're world champion. You've got to be able to cope with that pressure. It's embarrassing, really. If you can't cope with that pressure, then how the hell are you a world champion?
Exactly.
Pretty poor. Right. You can relax in the next one.
No, yeah.
Hand on the wheel, got my pistons pumping, all 800 horses running. Oh baby, 125 in the middle of the night, got my engine thundering. Dreaming
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
with a slack jaw and not much to say. I said to the man he trying to tempt me because I come from the land of plenty. And he said,
Of course I
oh,
do.
you come
Yeah.
from a land down under.
Why would they play that song?
Oh, and mentioned.
Look at this Whitlocks, and we're playing Whitlocks,
Can
darling.
you hear the thunder? You better run. You better take cover. It's because it's the most. It's like the most well-known song in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Also, I'm pretty sure Australia do normally walk onto that anyway in the World Cup. They walked onto it last year, if I'm not mistaken. And he just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich, and that's a top song, isn't it? 33-1 odds. Australia are. And they're taking on a team taking part in only their first ever round of 16 in the Dart World Cup of Darts. Caused a surprise and got through to the next round, which is the first time they've ever done it. So, but they're taking on a top side, Damon Etta and Simon Whitlock for Australia, and it's Salate and Greelan for Argentina, or should I say Greelan and Angel Correa. But it should be an interesting game. Men at work down under. Yeah. Right. Time for the final game of the night. And Australia will have the darts. And it looks like it's going to be Damon Hett the four. First, is it? Yep. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, it's Australia 2 for first. For the last time tonight, game on! Off we go then.
Sorry to bother you. Can we just ask you how happy you're feeling right now?
So the winner plays Germany. By the way, I was watching what Mardle was saying. By the way, I was watching Mardle. He barely talked about England. He was just too busy. He was too busy giving plaudits to Germany, because they did deserve it, but didn't really say anything about Luke Humphries and Luke Littler, which I'm not surprised. I don't think they deserve any plaudits for that. He was just astonished. I think he was about as astonished as most people were probably around the world after watching that tonight. But I will be astonished about is if Argentina can get past Australia. The winner of this plays Germany, the hosts, in the quarters. It's the first time Germany got to the quarterfinals since since like 2019 or something like that. A long time since it got into the World Cup. Well, it's the last time Germany knocked. The last team that England lost in the knockouts, but obviously England lost to Wales in the final a couple of years ago. But when it comes to the round of 16s, they don't normally get beat. 140, good going from Argentina, but they don't leave a finish. 65 left for Australia. Damon Hetta, come on, Tash, get on bit. He was looking to go for 25. He's actually ended up hitting 5, which is fine. So 20 will leave tops, and he's missed. He'll come back anyway. Oh no, Simon Whitlock will actually. Simon Whitlock come back. Simon Whitlock will come back for Australia after that. 26.
As well as the two players.
So tops then for Simon Whitlock. Oh, he's come inside them 10. 20. The good thing for Australia is they've got time because Argentina still aren't on the finish. So they've got at least another, I would say probably another 6 starts coming up. Depends on what they get here, actually. Should leave a finish.
But the focus has to be
He's fixed as he will. Okay, 59, it leaves 150. Double 10 in for Australia. Damon Hetta.
First leg fat.
Marker. Oh, wow. Now score.
been sucked out of this incredible arena.
No.
So, he hasn't
Yeah.
started the game, but let me tell you,
That's
it's very, very impressive in the group phase. We see the best of him in this game.
Well, they've missed 7 darts and doubles
I
with
don't
this
think they've
thing.
ever had a dog in. I don't think anyone's ever brought a dog in with them.
It can. And it is.
You probably would if that happened. Oh,
Seven.
hello.
There we go.
Finally.
To unorthodox and Simon
Well, that leg was going to go on forever. 1-0 eventually to Australia.
on the board. Tell me this.
Dart to double 10 was poor. Hit single 6 and he takes out double 7, Simon Whitlock.
We've just seen a massive upset.
I think we do, but we just never have. We never seem to have dogs in. No one ever brings a dog in.
Countries with most players, I would say,
I'm sure if you asked the the management team was asked.
like Simon Whitlock.
Great start, by the way. Look how good these averages are.
In Germany, he has that incredible form.
Dear.
He has to do.
Can anyone go in? Not without permission.
Just getting over it yourself.
If you were on the street and you just went in, no, wouldn't be allowed unless you had a reason to go in. You wouldn't be allowed in.
Well, I can't remember for the packed house here in Frankfurt.
Not unless you've been invited in by Placenta and it's been and the information's been passed through to the management team. No. Or if it's someone that works there, obviously. No, you have to be invited in, otherwise you're not allowed anywhere near the studios.
The fact they are leading 1-0, you still want to put a statement up because we've seen the way.
Unless obviously if it's family or something, if it's someone's family, if it's people you know, maybe then. But no, you can't have random strangers going in. It won't happen.
They don't want to just cruise through this.
What are you listening to?
It's a point to start.
Well, on the numbers, the Netherlands have been the starter,
What were you listening to?
but it's very difficult to maintain that.
The winning dart for Germany.
Match in, match out in a pairs format. That will be the challenge.
By the way, as soon as he was on double 16, I was thinking he's getting this because I mean he'd been pretty good on double 16. To be fair, Ricardo.
They just shakes their hand, bro. Not really shaking their hand.
Yeah.
But just
A
walking
booked
away.
handshake and then walk straight off.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, but also he's not a guy that he doesn't have a lot of respect for his opponents. I've noticed. I've started to notice he's a bit of an arrogant player now. He's becoming an arrogant player, and a lot of people hate him because he's just arrogant. He's slowly becoming an arrogant player, and he'll lose people's respect by doing that though.
140 from Salates, giving it
Friday.
again, it's 84.
Early time. Treble 20 would have left double 12 for
This time with Whitlock.
Argentina. You haven't really started. Neither team's played particularly well in this first couple of
9 to win the first
legs.
They've missed 3 to win this one. Make it 4.
That deflected out, surely. Yeah, there we go. Game shot in the second leg. Australia.
Simon Whitlock has lost his tour card now.
Well, so far we've had
He'll be as match sharp as
15 darted double, all for Australia, and they've only taken 2, and it was 20 is the highest check out of the game.
the exhibition circuit, but they do sense.
Oh, we did also have a 180, which I forgot to add on. Apologies about that. That was early one. I just forgot to add it on.
56 years old now.
Time, 2 till 4.
2 runner-up in World Championship
No.
finals at the Lakeside.
Beard and mustache versus polished head. Also, do you think the MBE will go into his head?
The Lakeside finals of Mark Webster.
To be fair, I mean,
Incredible, but that is what happened in 2008.
Would have been a low moment.
I don't know.
Great when it Lakeside, remember.
It just seemed to me like Luke Littler didn't want to be there. It looked like Luke Littler just didn't want to be there. With the way he was playing, it looked like he didn't care.
No, not more than humility. Not more than a couple of times a day.
Certainly wasn't good.
Etta looking to continue the Australian dominance here.
No, Scotty.
Despite missing 13.
And that's for all 3 of them questions.
The
No.
normally they've missed 13 darts with a double by this stage of a match. Maybe 2-0 down, not 2-0 up.
You sense a lot of frustration in that stage, but I think the main
There's a lot of strict rules in there.
throwing his darts there because
Although, to be fair, that's common sense. You're not going to take an alcoholic drink to You're not going to drink an alcoholic drink when you're on the radio. You're not going to smoke in the studio, and you're not going to vape in the studio when there's smoke alarms around. If you want to smoke or vape,
all of them 3 questions are pretty stupid.
They are fucking daft, to be fair. They're daft questions, but anyone who does that inside of buildings, anyone who does that inside a building needs a brain scan. It's fucking stupid. You shouldn't do it inside buildings. Outside of buildings, fair enough, but definitely not inside. As for drinking alcohol, not allowed. Yeah, but a lot of the youngsters these days are all twats, so there you go, mate. And I can tell you for a fact that some of the ones in my area are fucking assholes. There's the odd. It's difficult to come across a nice, a teenager at the shop that's actually kind to you. A lot of them are just all chavvy. I hate it.
Lead 70, and they're Whitlock looking to
no, because it's not smoke. Well, having said that, if you spray the smoke alarm with the deodorant, it goes off. So I don't know. It might not. I don't think it would. What was that? Was I? Oh, Jesus Christ! I think that, to be fair, I think that sums up Argentina's game so far. They've been awful. Should just make it 8-0. 3-0.
Well, Australia so far in the tournament, early wins, the brace of wins. Austria, Spain, averaged the mid-90s on both occasions. And in this match, they're down in the very low 70s.
Let me turn it.
And maybe my mind is going too far ahead, but you've just witnessed a spectacular performance from Germany there. You're watching a very laboured Australia. I think when they play tomorrow, there's one winner, but the beauty of this game, the beauty of this format, the game is totally different.
Oh no, that wouldn't. Stuff like that is not. Things like reading cannabis and stuff is just forbidden, and you'll also get done by the police with. You can be done for possession of drugs.
Right behind them.
Back to the darts, because as people want to know what's going on in the darts, not wanting to know what Scotty thinks about these daft questions he's asking. Because there's some weird questions you're asking tonight, Scotty. I don't know why you want to know everything about CVFM anyway. You're about 6 hours away from here. So, interesting.
And Australia in their first 2 wins.
CVFM Insider. Well, not a lot of people, no one needs to know about CVFM other than it's a radio station based in Middlesbrough that's based around the community. I go on it every week, playing music from 2 till 4 on a Friday afternoon. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else, like where it's located, like Scotty B's been trying to find it on Google Maps. It's as if he's stalking everywhere I go in Middlesbrough at the minute. Because then he's wondering what scope is and everything. I'm like, well, you don't need to know everything, Scotty. So you don't need to ask any more about it. Because you've already had someone moaning at me because of you doing it anyway. So I don't want to be losing views because of you.
10 will be the shot. 10.
I'm trying to do a dart stream. Honestly, I can never do a live stream on any channel without Scotty or someone else asking just random ass questions.
One return, finds the treble, following the single.
Tops for the Shanghai. Oh, Shanghai! 4-0, and that is the 120 Shanghai checkout. I should actually have.
Well, normal service was received there.
There you go. Shanghai. Don't ask why it's called Shanghai. I still don't understand why it's called.
Argentine debutant wasn't ever present at the World Cup.
Well, if you're not ready to go there, you don't need to know. You don't need to know everything, Scotty.
Found its home.
Makes you look a bit nosy.
Here at the Ice Court,
Makes you seem very nosy. As long as you don't go into further details, otherwise people might think you're stalking me.
Getting to the final day.
You know what people are like on YouTube. You can't trust anyone. I'm not saying you are doing that, but a lot of people might start thinking that because you don't know what people are like on the YouTube when they see constant questions about a place. 140.
It is often said that this was a match in which there was only
No, but I was saying it's like what?
pre-match.
It's like what bloody. That's what people are thinking. He could, mate. The problem is he could actually be watching the stream now and listening to all of this stuff. So how you wouldn't keep asking me?
They played when they've never met each other before. Yeah, they played that bad. Yeah,
They were
1 to
both
10,
right.
like.
Both
Yeah.
shite. To be honest.
Germans were Germans were 7-1.
To be fair,
That's one game, yeah.
to be fair, I knew as
4-9.
soon as it got to 4-2, I knew Germany were going to win. There was no way they were going to come back. Tops of the ton checkout area.
One dart and a double for Argentina. That was a bullseye attempt.
And I don't give a shit. He won't get in the studio anyway.
Just not happening right now. I've already seen an 8-0 defeat from a team tonight. Argentina could go 5-0 down.
Number 10. Well, this doubling from Australia is
20.
at best.
Most of the stream's just been bloody Scotty talking about CVFM. Apologies to anyone else, by the way, who's been wanting to actually know what's going on in the darts, but I don't think I'm going to talk any more about it because I think it's going to start annoying the other lads as well. It'll start annoying the other two in a minute when we're trying to bloody do a dart stream.
I don't really want to hear about all of that stuff. Anyways, it's just when you try and focus on trying to do a dart stream and then you've got things going on in the chat. It's just not really a comfortable thing to have.
Well, what I can say, everyone, is I think this will end 7-0 because they've only had 2 darts at double and they've been garbage.
Not only a comfortable thing to have, but also a massive distraction.
Yeah, it's quite annoying sometimes.
You don't really want it. Yes, I am here, Scotty.
See, Pete, this is what people get. People, and by the way, right? By the way, having to talk about random topics because of the bloody live chat is actually putting people off watching me streams. I've been told.
Yeah.
Because I've been told by a few people when I've promoted the stream and have said, I don't watch the streams because you don't talk about the game. You talk about random subjects because of dickheads in the live chat. I'm like, well, that's not my fault. If I don't respond to the live chat, then I'm only going to get moaned by Scotty, etc. So what am I meant to do there? If you're going to do a live stream with an audience of people, you've got to talk about. You've got to answer the live chat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be classed as rude.
The best thing that I do is I just ignore the silly questions and I just properly talk about some. If there's people,
I've been tempted to do that, but then Scotty B, I know he was the only one in the live chat, so he's a prime example.
Yeah.
But in past streams before, and if I've not replied to one of his questions, he'll put the question again.
Yeah, but then just ignore it. If he keeps on,
that's why I'm saying you need to.
If he keeps on spamming the same question,
sometimes you need to shut up.
If he keeps on spamming the same question, just put him a timer for 60 seconds. It's not a problem at all.
I'm not like that.
60 seconds is long enough. It's only a minute. But just
I don't
again.
do that. I don't do that, mate. I just ban people immediately because I don't have time for them.
Spamming should at least be a 60-second to.
Well, put it this way. Put it this way. When I get bots in the live chat spamming, they get blocked immediately.
Oh yeah, they're bots. That's fine enough.
'Cause I don't
But if
time
they
them out.
keep
I
on
just ban
spamming
them.
the same
I just
question,
ban
then
them there, and
it should be a timer.
I ban them there and then.
Really, last game last night, wasn't it? That great game with Argentina and the.
He's not saying you spam, but he's saying like if you were spamming in the live, if you start spamming in the live chat, then basically like spamming the same bloody questions and stuff. But at the end of the day, if I've already answered it, then and you haven't heard it, that's your own fault. This is why you should actually listen to the answer when you put the question in. I see it immediately, so you should just listen to the answer, then move on to something else. Yeah, well, if I've got a busy stream, then there's nothing I can do. I can't always look. I can't be looking at the live chat 24/7, mate. When there's other people watching streams on the TV,
Well, because and as well, Scott, you've got to realise as well. There's probably more better questions. I'm not saying that your questions are like important.
It is
other
to be
more
fair.
important questions that you'd probably
To be
want
fair,
to
compared when it's a dart stream or football stream, it's completely irrelevant.
Exactly. If it's irrelevant to what we are actually streaming, then we're not obviously going to answer that. So that's I'm just trying.
That goes for anyone else. That goes for everyone else, by the way. Any questions that are literally not related to the topic, you ain't bloody getting an answer because we can't keep bloody
This is definitely going to be an Australia
Can't
win.
just keep answering random questions when there's people wanting to know what's going on in the darts. It can't happen. That's why I said everyone. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like it, then not luck.
If you don't like it, you know where the door is. There you go.
That's what I say to everyone.
There you go.
1:30 left for Australia for 6-1. Bullseye. Jesus, shit.
Thing is, with everyone,
People get annoyed that you don't show the footage. Yeah, well, they're just dickheads looking to watch the games for free. At the end of the day, if you want to watch it, pay for Sky Sports or PDC Telly. How many people under lock and key now? I think on my block list there's about 300.
Probably most of them are bots.
Half of them are bots and half of them are all bellends from other streams. Way 6-1.
It's as simple as that.
And that's the break.
They're a couple of legs away. They've
Gosh. Finally, right, we can now. If we're at a break in the game, then we can talk about random shite. Speaking of which, what's going on in the Euro under 21s while we're
in Portugal's winning 4-0.
While we're chatting about bullshit, because obviously the darts is done for the moment until.
Well, I know Portugal's winning. Italy's
Germany
winning.
Germany lost 3-0 to Holland. England drew 2-2 with Norway in the under 19s. That's a bad result for them.
I've got to say, I'm not looking forward to next year's World Cup because it'll be both Lukes again.
Mm-hmm. I think if we were against a different team,
Coenda, Araujo, and Bernardo. Oh, what a surprise that is!
We could have been against someone
and
else.
You think, Scotty? I don't care. I'm not scared of anyone. Yeah, bad result for England, by the way, because England's next game is the under-19s from Germany. And they've also got Holland to play. Yeah, I don't think England are going to advance in the under-19s. And there's only a semi-final.
Did they keep on doing that?
Spain under-21s won.
You know what to do. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to go any further with that.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't know where I am in Teesside, so fuck him. France under-21s 1-0 up against Georgia. Portugal 4-0 up against Poland. Fuck me. I thought I said Quanda there. It says Quenda.
Coenda, that's the winger that Chelsea signed.
That new guys. Italy beat Slovakia. Don't forget, of course, whoever wins this match, which, let's be honest, it's going to be Australia. Let's be honest, it'll be Australia. Well, no one would have known about where CVFM was until you decided to start asking me. A reminder of all the other round of 16 ties that took place today. Obviously, we won't be doing a one through after this because obviously once we've done this game, we are heading off. Czech Republic beat Malaysia by 8-3. Hong Kong beat Sweden by 8-4. Switzerland got beat 8-3 by Republic of Ireland. Northern Ireland followed suit with Republic of Ireland, winning against South Africa. They won 8-2. Then Wales became the next team to win 8-2. Actually, they won 8-2 against the Philippines. Scotland suffered a massive whitewash by a superb Netherlands team. Germany, let's be honest, outplayed England. Certainly on the finishing stuff. Maybe not necessarily the scoring wise, but the finishing wise, definitely. Germany beat England 8-4, and Australia absolutely dominating Argentina at the moment by 6 legs to 1. These are the current stats then. I mean, average-wise, it's been garbage from... I mean, it's not been a great game from either of them, really. Argentina slightly better on the average, actually. 2 180s in total, 79 average each. There's a whopping 0.02 points in it. Highest check out of the game so far is a 120 that was taken up by Simon Whitlock, I believe it was. And 6 out of 7. Was it Simon Whitlock or was it Damon Hett with a 120?
Hatter.
Yeah. Same.
Sorry, I couldn't remember. I thought it was Simon Whitlock. Simon Whitlock missed a 130. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry. Yeah, so Damon Hett it was with the finish. 11 trebleless visits to Australia, 17 trebleless visits to Argentina. Not a great game to finish off, but all the games none of the games have been close. I mean, the smallest margin of victory so far tonight has been 4 legs. I think the smallest, actually, I think 8-4 is actually the closest match we've seen all day. So not very tight on the, not very close on the actual legs. 6 out of 27 on the finishing, 1 out of 4. Not great on the finishing, but still get this game over and done with. And it's see you tomorrow night for the semi-finals. We don't know who it's going to be. No, definitely don't trust Sammy. He wouldn't get very far because we have a lock on. We have a lock on the gate. We have a lock on both doors. You won't get very far. Moving on. You at the gym on Monday? Yes. I'll have to check on. It's all going to depend on how hot it's going to be as to which days I'll go to the gym. Actually. He's not. By the way, he doesn't actually know if he is trying. He won't be fine. He won't be trying to find out. But that's just Scotty B. Just thinks that he'll start looking for me. I don't think he will. He won't get very close anyway. You have change on the front door. That's CVFM, not my house, you dickhead. And also, they don't have change on the CVFM door. It's going to be hot. Thank you, Hairco. Thanks for your input. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Yep. Welterusten is what it's the Dutch word for good night, I believe it is. Well, no one needs to know anything about Middlesbrough apart from Middlesbrough's an absolute shithole. So there you go. There's loads of people that go to CVFM as well, so it's not just me that you're looking at. Monday. Oh, fuck me. About 10:30 I would normally go. 20 degrees. Right. Slightly cooler on Wednesday morning. Friday. Oh my god. Right. Friday morning, 23. Right. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll probably go anyway. I'll go anyway, probably. I think Scotty's on about me with a gym because I didn't go on Friday with the. I didn't go on Friday because it was far too warm. But it is going to get hotter, so he is quite right. Oh, great! Now because of that, I've missed the last leg, so now I fucking knows what's going on now. Now I'm getting lost. Oh, we've had 2 on 80s. Why have I done that?
Holland 3-1 to win the World Cup now. That is crap. Why is it so poor?
Yeah, I know.
Why is Holland that low now?
180.
What are you on about?
Holland's odds to win the World Cup of Darts. Why are they set that low now? Then what? Weird that.
Well, what are they now like?
Well, Tom put it earlier on about an hour.
To be fair, mate, Holland should be favourites for me. I do see Holland winning it.
Yeah.
166, 134 to leave 32 for Australia for the match. 121 has to go for Argentina. Oh, blimey.
Yep.
Good night. Bye-bye. That was absolutely garbage. For 8-1 win. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Fuck me. That was the worst game of the night. That really was the most boring game of the night. It was shit. No shit, I know that. Well, that was all. To be fair, all 4 matches tonight have all been really comfortable wins. I mean, we've had an 8-0. That was an 8-1. We've had an 8-2 and an 8-4. So all really comfortable wins for these teams. So we now know our quarter-final lineup. We don't know what order that they're going to be in. They'll probably announce that shortly. I assume they'll be going by table order. If they're going by table order, it would be Germany versus Australia, Northern Ireland versus Republic of Ireland, Wales versus Hong Kong, and Netherlands versus Czech for tomorrow afternoon's quarterfinals. We won't be live for the quarterfinals, obviously. We'll be live for the evening session, which will be the semis and the final. 82 and 85 average for Argentina and Australia. 318s in total. And check out right, 1 out of 4, 8 out of 29. Well, it wasn't the greatest of matches, but Australia get the job done. Argentina through to the round of 16 for the very first time, but they just got outplayed by a better side. Even though, let's be honest, we've seen better performances from Australia. It wasn't one of their best performances, but I've got to say, Argentina were just really shit. The round of 16s have been crap, by the way. We haven't had any tight, any really close games. They've all been batterings.
19 goals in one game.
In these round of 16s, but there you go.
Sorry.
Night number 4 tomorrow for the semis and the final. Are you doing a different thumbnail for the semis and final, or? Although, will you have time? Because
semi-finals and finals all in one stream, right?
Yeah, we'll be on it. But yes, we'll be on one stream. Ooh. The only problem is I don't know if you're gonna. Are you gonna have time to do it? Because I don't know. But we won't find out what the semi-finals are going to be until after the afternoon session.
Okay. I'll try and come up with something.
Let me have a look at the afternoon session 1. Please tell me it's on Sky Sports main event. Yes, it's on Sky Sports main event tomorrow. Good. You can shove that stupid golf up your backside. So the afternoon session finishes at 4:00. Oh, great! Right. So the afternoon session's on main event, but the nighttime session isn't because of Formula 1. So the semi-finals and final
I'm
is
not surprised Formula One's on main event.
Semi-final and final is not on main event because of Formula One.
Not gonna lie, that doesn't surprise me. Really doesn't.
Finals night starts 6 o'clock, same time, and the afternoon session finishes at 4.
Yeah.
So you'd have around 4 o'clock, but you'd have. I mean, put it this way: if you did the first half of the thumbnail if you did some of the thumbnail after the second game, then when the final game's done, if you do it all progressively, you'd probably have it done by 4:30.
Yeah. Depends. Well, we've got to realise it's Father's Day tomorrow, so see what we're doing.
Good luck with that. If not, we just use this one. But it'd be nice to have a different. It would be nice to have a different thumbnail for the semis and the final, because I think we did have a. Did we use a different thumbnail last time? Also, by the way, anyone who's interested.
No, we didn't actually.
Did we not? Let's see if we can change it up. If anyone who is interested, it is. It's also Soccer Aid tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Soccer Aid.
What I'll probably do is what I normally do: tape it and then watch it on Monday when I'm back in the Monday.
They got the job done.
Let me have a look at last year.
True, and that's it. They'll be really disappointed in Argentina because they played some decent stuff. That was just one game too many.
They did play some decent stuff. They were shite there.
We
did do the same thing though.
We're getting a Factors Day.
All round the board that couldn't finish.
No, you're not.
It was a case
No,
of
we're not getting. No, you're not getting a Father's Day vlog.
time, and it really was. Damon Ayrton, he wasn't spectacular at all, but they were just so much better than the
To be
others.
fair, I think the birth.
It's just a shame that
I mean, the only non-football. I think the only non-football vlog you're gonna get really is Christmas.
Coming into the round,
Your birthdays are all literally now just going out for a meal with family, and that's it.
They're all pretty clear cut, and I thought that was going to be a close one as well. But
that's literally about it.
Yeah, I think all of our predictions tonight have gone out the way.
Right. That's that.
Another word of Germany then, because Australia are now going to be there in the quarterfinals. It's of course not going to be
Right.
England.
Well, that's that for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. We're back tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, for the semi-finals and the final, as we find out who is going to be crowned the 2025 Betvictor World Cup of Darts champions. See you tomorrow night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.